Hi guys, back from another video and welcome to RolyUnGashaa. Hi guys, hello. Okay, so today I'm here for a slightly different video than normal. Basically, I've been invited by Ashley Mardell to take part in her joint collab video about coming out to your best friend. What was it like and all the experiences and stuff. Now, I have done an actual coming out video, so if you want to go watch that you can, I'll put a link in the description. But in this video, I'm going to expand on what it was like just to come out to my best friend, because as most people, that's probably one of the hardest people to come out to. And after you've watched this video, make sure you go watch Ashley's video. I'll put a link right at the top of the description so you're able to do it, and I will annotate it at the end as well. So let's just get on with the video. I started coming out to my friends about 2007 when I was 17, and I eventually did accept it myself. I always say to people, you know, when you're coming out, make sure you come out to your friends first, because you can get a good support group in case something bad happens with your family, and I still stick by that. Now, my best friend Hannah, back in school, we were like shadows of each other. We spent every single second that we could together in school. We were just inseparable, and she was like the best friend I could ever have in school, and she was just amazing. But you know, Hannah was one of those people that, because I cared so much about what she thought, even though I know, thinking about it now, that it's a stupid thing to think about, because I knew Hannah was going to be fine with it, but just that one tiny bit of doubt in my mind, that one tiny little nagging thought, is the one thing that made me just like not tell her for such a long time. And it was a horrible feeling to know that you've got this one secret from the person you care the most about. Over time I was becoming more and more upset about it, because everyone started to know, she didn't know, I felt bad that she was in the dark about it. I remember we went to Exeter, went shopping, went sort of just, I can't remember what we were doing. I think we were buying Pokemon cards. So we were in Exeter shopping, and I was really upset the whole day because I was just so sick of hiding and being so ashamed of something that I wasn't ashamed of anymore. That was the funny thing, because I'd come out to most of my other friends, I'd come out to like a lot of my family by then, and it was too much to handle anymore, and I just really couldn't take it. So I was really depressed that whole day. So she kept asking me what was wrong, and I was like, I can't tell you, I just can't tell you, you're gonna hate me. I still couldn't say it, I just couldn't, it was just too scary still to tell her. I remember when I got off the bus and I went home, I sat down for like 2 hours, and I typed out on my phone, I'm gay. This is what it was, like I was like, I'm gay, I can't help it, it's just, I've been like it all my life, and it's just, I need to tell you. And I had that on my phone for ages, and I was like, do I send it? Do I send it? It took me like hours to even press the send button. And eventually I pressed send, and as soon as I did that, even though she didn't reply to me, it felt good. Like it was like, oh, I've done it now. Like there's no going back, it's done now. And then she replied to me, and I can't really remember exactly what it was she said to me, but it was okay. But I knew that she was upset because I hadn't told her sooner. And one thing I want to point out to anyone who watched this who's got friends who maybe didn't tell them, you will never ever understand what it's like to know that you might lose someone. Even if to you might think, oh, what's the big deal? Like I wouldn't care. But that one nagging thought in someone's head to think that you would is enough to make them not want to tell you. And you gotta remember, if you're most likely the last person they've told, you're probably one of the most important, because like I said, Hannah's reaction was the most important to me out of anyone's, because she was my best friend, she was one I like spent all of my time with, and to think that I wouldn't have that anymore was such an awful feeling, and such a disgusting, like I just couldn't even imagine it, so I just didn't tell her. So anyway, let's carry on with the story. So she said that to me, and I saw her the next day, and it was a little bit awkward to start with. She said to me that she was upset that I didn't tell her, and I explained to her what I just told you guys. Even at that point when I told her, even myself, I was a bit kind of like, how did you not really think this already? She said to me the reason she didn't actually think I was gay is because I was telling her for so many years that I wasn't, that she just accepted it that I wasn't. And then literally like within like the next day, everything had gone back to normal. That was my experience with my coming out with my best friend. It was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life, but it was the best experience afterwards. I said in Ashley's video, it was so difficult then, so hard, but it was so worth it in the end. Sadly, we don't get to see each other that often anymore just because of like work things, but we always talk on like the internet, and when we do see each other, it's like the best time ever. So even after all these years, like nothing's ever changed between us, and I really wish I told her sooner, but it's been done. I was technically 17, so I mean, it wasn't like I was really late. Coming out is so different for so many people, and some people have it horrific, and some people like me had it quite easy really. Just know your surroundings and know who you're sort of surrounded with before you come out, because you don't want to come out to someone who you know for definite is going to be bad with it. I mean, if your family is very homophobic, it's probably a good idea to wait until you're self-sufficient and self-supporting before you come out, because I wouldn't want you to be kicked out. And I always say to everyone, if you can't tell anyone, just tell it to yourself. Just look in the mirror and tell yourself, I'm gay. To be able to say it is just a good feeling. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope it's maybe given you some information that you might not have known. Please hit that like button because it does really help me out, and share with all your friends and all the good kind of stuff. Leave some comments down below and I will reply to all of you. Make sure you go check out Ashley Mardell's video. I will link it at the top because she is amazing and I adore her. So thank you for inviting me to take part of your joint collab, and I love you, girl. But yeah, so I'm gonna go. RolyUnGashaa, be fabulous, amazing, gave you everything you want to be, and don't let any bitch tell you out there you can't be who you are, because you're fabulous. RolyUnGashaa.
I'm done with people telling me who I am, what to be, if only they could see. I'm sick and tired, it's judgment.